Hello everyone, it's time for more Aurora, because my life is not complicated enough. Now we will start with a small overview. I have about an hour to play today, so it should be okay to make a small plan. Yeah, the color scheme was changed, and I don't give a damn. Now, we were doing quite well on most of our things. Earth has over 500 million people, Mars over 2 million people. Then we have an automated mining colony on Komasola. We have Temple 1 and Necromelin under civilian mining operation law. And we have designated Mercury and Luna for further surveys and mining. Yeah, Mercury has a nice deposit of neutronium, titanium, thorium, and iridium, while Luna has a great accessibility of neutronium. But the thing is, we will start with Luna, and we will do an automating mining colony on Mercury, as Mercury is way high to colonize when it comes to civilian population. It's too difficult. We can't do that. And one more thing I wanted to check is Venus. How's it doing? Yeah, Venus has an insane amount of neutronium, boronite, and iridium, but their accessibility is appalling. Regarding research, we are doing 5 projects now. Fuel production 28,000 liters by Emma Ferguson. Fuel storage large is being researched by Georgia Hutchinson. We have active gravitational sensor strength 12 by Lauren Green. Improved command and control by Olivia Boyle, and high density duranium armor researched by Christopher Lynch. Okay, so this is doing fine. There's no need for us to do anything there. And we have research labs being constructed on Earth, together with automating mines, construction factories, and fuel refineries. Mars has no construction capability whatsoever. Earth is slowly running out of minerals. In the next 10 years we will run out of uranium, marcasium, coronium, and gallicite. All of these though are supplied by other places around the solar system. So we should be relatively okay if we're careful, but we need to improve our mining capacities nonetheless. So what I'm gonna start with today, and what I'm gonna aim, is a thing you guys requested a long time ago, and that is establishing a small colony at the moon, which will be our next manned colony. The difficulty of doing that is the same as on Mars, so there's really no need to be worried about some terrifying costs or stuff like that. Is there... yeah, Mars is producing infrastructure, so that's good. And we should be okay regarding that. Now the plan for Mars is quite simple, and the annual growth on Mars is how much? 10.5%. Where do we have a calculator? Here. So if that's 10.5%, and we will count that 3 million people will be there, and we will divide it by 100, and multiply it by the growth, it means that there will be approximately 300,000 new people every year there, which is quite an astonishing growth, to be honest. Now for 1,000,000 people, we need 200 infrastructure. We obviously don't need that much, so making an infrastructure for 500,000 should be okay. That's, if I count right, 100 infrastructure per year. Now 100 infrastructure per year should be okay, right? How much infrastructure does it cost? 2 uranium to create 1. So we will need a capacity to create 200 infrastructure. 200 infrastructure is approximately, we have how many construction factors? 376. Okay, yeah, each of our construction factory produces 12 per, well, has a production of 12. So we need, and you have guessed right, 10 of these on Mars. That will give us some spare time, let it grow on its own and produce on its own. I believe that Mars has uranium. Yeah, Mars has uranium, so they can even build on its own. They don't need us to hold uranium there. And they have 273 annual production. Wait, that might be a bit tricky. How much uranium does infrastructure cost? 2. And if we need 100, that's 200. 200 per year. So we will take away most of the production. But there's not really an option, because just, you know, hauling it there and back is a waste. Better choice would be, and that's quite a good idea, getting more mines to Mars, which we want to do anyways. So I think that's a possibility. Now we have how many mines on Mars? 26. That's 1.4 million people working. 1.3 million people. Yeah, that's about as much as we have the capacity for. Then that means, yeah. So the factories are a good idea, but in the long run, because we don't have enough population there yet for it. So I'm gonna make, well, we are still producing the factories. Yeah, okay, no need to hurry there. We still have a lot of time for that, but this will work. It will work. I have set the reserve level on Mars, so there will be 200 uranium stockpiled there, which will take almost a year to do so. So things are working pretty fine, because in a year is about the time when we will be able to start producing and hauling the construction factories there. We have the Iceman class, which has a capacity of, if I'm not mistaken, 30,000 people. So if we send it 3 times there and back, that means 2 construction factories. Yeah, and that would get it to about 3 million. Well, it's gonna work out quite nicely, but it's a tight math, if you ask me, because by the time we have the capacity there to build the infrastructure, we need it. So available, yeah. Oh, there's a oh, my bad. There's a there's an available workers screen here. We have available 61.61 million on Earth. Okay, got it. Got it, that makes sense. Should have checked that in the beginning, I know. Okay, so first things first, we will send that automated mine to Kamasola where it can do us more good. Demand an automated mine, you will supply an automated mine. And with that in mind, we are going to continue. New shipping line, black container lines. Wow. Those guys sound freaky already. Scientist Emma Ferguson has developed a significant medical problem. Oh my god, no. She is going to die. She had a medical problem and now she has a serious medical problem, so there isn't much time left for her. That is going to be painful to lose her. That is going to be painful. We got a new scientist, Rhys Dobson, who has joined our scientific establishment, and he has defensive systems specially. I'm not sure, but I think we already have 3 people for that kind of stuff, but no one for propulsion. Lieutenant Commander Ashley Cox has joined our Naval Corps. Initiative 146, Survey, Mining, Xenology, Communication. Oh, come on, I hate when this happens. Game is calculating so much. Dylan Gold has increased his fleet movement initiative training. Jessica Nelson has joined our Naval Corps. Nice, we are getting a lot of new staff, which is logical when you think about all the upgrades to the academy we have done. Enka is coming. You see, it's here. Colonel Jennifer May has joined our Army Officer Corps. Ground combat 20%. 28th of August 2071. Colonel Brandon Hudson joined our Naval Officer Corps, ground combat 20%, and Samuel Henry increased his wealth creation bonus to 10%. Commander Max Chadwick increased his training bonus to 125%. Not bad. Oh, we have a new ship. Yeah, Black Container Lines launched a new Black Small F1 class freighter. Okay, well, anyways, let's look, use this to look around. Research, there has been a huge amount of work done on the research labs. Mars is growing, and it has 0.8 million workers available there. Okay, that sounds nice. Do we have any more automated mines? Yeah, we have another automated mine on Earth ready. So let's supply it and have it transported to Kamasola. I would like more automated mining colonies established, if I could be honest. But there is not much I can do with that. I'm thinking we might want to send the geosurvey task groups away. The original idea was that we will keep them home and refit them. However, I'm not focusing on that right now, so let's send them to another ordeal. They could do one more run before we scrap them or refit them, you know, whatever, depending on what pleases us. Survey nearest body. You haven't closed that screen, right? Yeah, I haven't. And we can continue. Please don't die, our leading scientists.